Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is what I feel when.
Hey everybody, it's Kym Laube, and I'm coming to you from the Hugs office on the end of Long Island in New York. I want to thank you so much for tuning in and for just choosing in. If you know Matt and Phil of M&P Presentations, you know they are known for bringing positive energy into whatever room they're in. They talk about being extraordinary, and the way that you get to be extraordinary is through some very ordinary means. Their train of positivity has been around for a long time, and it has brought smiles to many people's faces. And the fact that they've created the space here, the space for all of us to share our message of positivity, will have a force and have an impact that will just go on and on through all sorts of different parts of the community. The awesome thing is you're going to have the chance to listen and to learn and to pay it forward with every message you're going to receive here. And I want to share with you that for some of us, being positive in a time of crisis is not necessarily so easy. And sometimes even getting to a place where you feel positive takes a little bit of work. And I want to share with you, even the strongest of leaders, the leaders that you go to, the leaders that you learn from, the leaders who stand in front of a room or show up at a time that's needed, even they have to have a set of rules and principles and practice in which that they use in order to stay healthy and to stay positive and to stay in a growth mindset. For a long time, I had such limited beliefs about myself. I didn't think I was good enough or smart enough or pretty enough or kind enough, or I just didn't feel that I was enough. And I kind of reacted to the world in a way that gave them the message I really wasn't enough. And one day, when I was about 16 years old, I was doing community service. I often share that it's not the kind of community service that I did because I wanted to make the world a better place. It was the kind of community service that I was mandated by a judge to do. And I share that because in many ways, I was the kid you didn't want your kid hanging out with. I was the kid who was the bad influence. Now, the truth was I had tremendous leadership potential. And I had some leadership muscle, some leadership skills. I just certainly wasn't leading anybody in the right direction. And I want to share with you that a community member who I didn't really even know saw me bigger than I saw myself. She saw potential in me that I wasn't even ready to begin to see. And she highly encouraged me to go to this program called Teen Institute. And I was resistant at first because Teen Institute and those kinds of leadership programs were for the leaders. And I couldn't see myself in that light. And I kept resisting her and finding reasons to not go. But she believed in me, and she made it possible for me to show up on that campsite. And off to the camp she got me. And I want to share with you that my life changed that weekend. It changed that weekend because people loved me until I could learn how to love myself. People saw the good in me that I was kind of incapable of seeing. And that powerful magic that happened in that space, where I began to kind of meet a pretty cool person, and that person was myself, was all because it came through other people. And so when I look to find my true north, I always have to remember that the N in North is to never give up. Never give up on me, and to never give up on them. And never to give up on the fact that there is a life force that happens out there that can make a difference. And if you look for it, you begin to find it. And there's opportunity all around. There's opportunity to find the good in every situation. And sometimes that's not easy. Stuck in traffic, it's easy to get mad at the traffic. Guy going slow in front of us. But we miss that opportunity of what we get to do. We get to have that experience. We get to be in a car stuck in traffic. We get to choose how we're going to respond and react to that. And when we begin to understand that the opportunity is always there for us to look at something different. So the N is never give up, and the O is to look for the opportunity. And so much of what I've learned and some of my best strengths in my life come because I had to be resilient. Yeah, there was a big journey I had to get here, and there was a lot of stuff that happened in that journey. And in a lot of ways, I'm pretty impressed that I get to function and be in life the way that I am today, because it would have been really easy for me to give up. But my resilience muscle was strong. And I learned that I could walk through things. And at the time, I didn't realize that I was being strong. At the time, I was just surviving. But that resilience was there. And that resilience led me to my truth. Not other people's truth or what they thought about me, but my truth. My beginning to understand that I could make a difference in this world, that I did have value and I did have worth, and that what I offer the world was big and profound, and to begin to embrace that. And so my truth can mean that, yeah, certain days I struggle to find positive from the minute I woke up, but I have that resilience muscle and I can learn to find it as long as I'm looking for it. And the H in the whole True North concept is to hold a vision, to think about what my vision for my future is. Think about how I want to look, how I want to serve, and hold a vision of health for everybody in my life. See, when I begin to see you doing amazing, great, and powerful things, and I focus on how do I help build you up, a whole world opens up to me that I never thought imaginable. And so when I look at what my truth and true north is, to never give up on me and never give up on them, to look for all those opportunities, to stay in my resilience muscle, holding my truth, and then lastly, to hold a vision for you. When I am of maximum service to my peers, when I make my experience about being interested in you rather than trying to be interesting to you, when I make my experience when I'm with you to help lift you up, I in fact get lifted up better. And so my true north really stems from this place of walking this journey in leadership, a journey that wasn't always so wonderful and terrific, but has certainly turned out there, because my focus of that journey was how do I stay being a human being and not a human doing? And how do I learn to be of service and leadership to others? And how do I help begin to recognize that I matter? And I get to recognize that I matter through helping you learn that you matter. You are so loved and you are so powerful and you make a difference in this world. And I know that to be true because you're watching this video. And I know that to be true because you signed up with M&P. And as long as your spiritual sword is pointing in that direction, then oh my gosh, you are so the change that we want to have and that we need to have. So thank you for being awesome and being powerful and being amazing and being willing to take yourself on to learn and to grow and to make a difference. Be well out there.
Thanks so much for joining us for the Train of Positivity Virtual Summit. We hope you choose to have a great day. Please be sure to check out other positive influencers throughout the summit. And if you enjoyed this specific talk, feel free to like and subscribe and share with other positive humans through your favorite social media outlets using the hashtag #TrainOfPositivity.